morning! Sorry, the camera's a bit squint on that podium. How do I fix that? Is that a little bit better? I think so. So today I am going into town. It is the Edinburgh Fringe Festival and I live in Edinburgh. So this makes it a bit more tricky. As you guys know, if you've been watching me for a while, I have anxiety, and so being in an environment where I feel trapped is really difficult. And so many people have been saying it's really difficult in town at the moment because there's just so many tourists. The Edinburgh Fringe Festival is the biggest arts festival in the world. It's really, really interesting, it's really great, but it's hard when you live here and you want to just kind of go and do normal things. So today's going to be particularly more difficult, but I thought I'd take you guys along and just vlog today, because why not? I've not vlogged in a little while. I look kind of tired today, like I didn't wake up all that long ago. But yeah, we're going into town. I want to get a nice coffee and just kind of wander about a bit, see some fringe stuff maybe. My flat's an absolute mess as well, so hopefully when I come home, hopefully it was not too bad and I can clean the flat and stuff like that, because it's a little bit of a state. So that's the plan today. Just need to put some earrings in and then my dad's coming to get me and then we'll go up. Just a little reminder, I've probably spoken about this before, but whenever, well most of the time actually, whenever I go out, I wear sandals like this because I find that my feet feel quite trapped when I'm in shoes, and being able to just take my shoes off like that, I feel much more free, and just having my feet nice and cool really helps. So a little tip, they might look a bit crazy, but I enjoy wearing these.
Look through the window facing west towards the sea. You with your hands across your chest facing me. Sing me a song, your voice is like silver, and I don't think that I can do this anymore.
I'm now back home and I'm so tired. I have a wee Diet Coke. I'm so tired, I just want some energy. I think because I worked Saturday, Sunday, I worked yesterday and then I went out for a meal, and today's Wednesday, and going uptown obviously takes quite a lot of energy for me, so I'm feeling quite tired now. And going into town there was really nice, but obviously the fringe is crazy. And also we went, usually when we go into town we have like a routine of we go into town, we go to Princess Street, we go shopping, all that kind of stuff, but today we went a different way, and we went up Coburn Street and up the Royal Mile, and we just went a different way than we usually go. And so my anxiety was kind of like, all right, and then we started getting further and further from our comfort zone and being like, okay, this feels hard. It was hard. It wasn't extremely hard. There was no panic or anything like that, but it kind of felt like, okay, not feeling probably the most anxious I felt in a while, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. There was no real proper anxiety or panic. It was just like, okay, it was noticeably different though. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was nice. And I got 3-day books because basically the side of town we went to in Edinburgh is like, I don't really know names of places to be honest, But we went to a bit of town. I don't go too much, but my favourite bookshop is there. My favourite bookshop ever. And I couldn't fully enjoy it because we were quite far away from the car and stuff like that. So when I was in there, I was a little bit like, ah. So I couldn't properly, like, I didn't go upstairs or anything. I just kind of wanted to go in, get some books and get out. So I got, they always have a 3 for 2 on. It's Blackwell's books. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's a, what's it called? I'm so tired. I'm pretty sure it's like a big branch though, and they're kind of, I don't know. But the first one I got is Poverty Safari, Understanding the Anger of Britain's Underclass, and I just think this sounds really great because I feel like I'm going into a time of learning quite a lot about cultures, people of colour, loads of different things like that, and I'm kind of getting, I'm really, really interested in it for one. But also generally want to know what I can do as a white middle class person to help people, blah 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 blah. But I think one thing that I've not really done that much research into, and one thing that is one of the biggest horrors and the biggest heartbreaks in this country, is the horrific poverty we have and the absolute madness of the rich versus poor poverty, and being terrified of not being able to at all give their children food that night. Do you know what I mean? This is serious poverty we have in this country, compared to probably a few times over people living in unbelievable luxury, and it's something I really want to know about. I really, really, really want to know as much as I can about it. And so this is a book about poverty in Britain, and the person that has written it, Darren McGarvey, Darren McGarvey, has experienced poverty firsthand, and so I just think this is going to be really interesting and something that we absolutely have to start looking into so much more. It's actually a crazy epidemic. So that's that. I also got The Man Who Didn't Call. These two books I was kind of really anxious when I bought, so I was just like, just whatever. Can I sit this here? Not really, but I'm going to do it. This, I didn't actually properly even read the blurb. Imagine you meet a man, spend 7 glorious days together and fall in love, and it's mutual. You've never been so certain of anything. So when he leaves for a long booked holiday and promises to call from the airport, you have no cause to doubt him, but he doesn't call. Okay, so I don't know if this is going to be kind of like a mystery kind of thing, or if this is more of like a love kind of thing, but Heat magazine said if you only read one book this year, make it this one, and why would I not listen to Heat magazine? The last one I got is The House Between Tides. I've never heard of this book, and it's not something I would usually pick up if you look at the blurb, the cover, but did your mum never tell you don't judge a book by its cover? And also, I'm really into old-fashionedy kind of things. And this one is The House Between Tides is the captivating story of a crumbling estate in the wilds of Scotland, a century-old secret and an enduring mystery. That sounds like my kind of thing. I just like to read books of all different shapes and sizes, and I'm really into period stuff, really into olden timesy, like Downton Abbey, all that, Call the Midwife, all that kind of stuff, and One Set in Scotland sounds fantastic to me. I'm so tired. Another thing about my anxiety is I get this thing, and I'm pretty sure everybody has this to an extent, but where I get really, really, really nervous about doing something. So on tomorrow, I've got a 1 hour meeting with my boss, and that's pretty much all I have planned tomorrow. I'm seeing my boyfriend at some point. And then on the Friday, me, my boyfriend and my parents are going uptown again to the place I was just in, which makes me a bit anxious and stuff like that. To be honest, I'm glad we went up today because it's kind of like a practice, and I kind of know what Edinburgh is feeling like right now, but I'm still quite anxious about it. So I'm glad I went today and got to like grips with the whole thing. But yeah, I'm just a bit nervous. Then on the Saturday I'm working, and then on the Sunday it's my goddaughter's 2nd birthday. So it's whenever I've got loads on, I just automatically think there's no way I can cope with all that. I'm going to get too tired, I'm going to get too anxious, I'm going to blah blah blah, what if, rather than just thinking, actually, let's just see how it goes. Maybe I will get too tired and I'll have to cancel something. That's absolutely fine. but why don't we just see how it goes and see how I feel. So that's that. Today, for the rest of the day, I want to get some cleaning done. That'd be great. And I would actually really like to be able to, I'd like to get all my clothes out and put the ones on Depop that I've been meaning to put on Depop for ages. I'd really like to be able to do that today. But I'm going to chill for a little while, watch The US Office. Of course, it's the best thing for when you're feeling anxious because it's funny as fuck. So I'm going to do that, and then going to get my clothes out to do some Depop stuff because that will feel very productive and also might make some money from doing it. That would be great if I could, because I want to buy more books. So yeah, that was kind of successful. And yeah, I'm gonna lie here and maybe nap if I can, but probably won't be able to. This is the soup I've got for dinner, by the way. It's just chicken and vegetable. Yeah, there's a lot of mess, there's a lot of Sainsbury's bags around that I still need to put away, but this is really good. I actually don't feel like I need bread with it as well, because it's actually really filling, and usually I would need something else, but this is pretty good, just from Sainsbury's, in case anyone was wondering. And I'm gonna eat it, and I'm gonna watch The Office. So, let's focus this. Cool. It is time for my bath now. Bath time for little me. I thought I'd show you, I'm reading Hard Pushed, a midlife story right now. There's a new bookshop that's opened up really near to me and I'm so excited. Any other agoraphobic people, when something new comes around that's near you in your comfort zone or just slightly out of your comfort zone, it's so exciting. So exciting. So I got it from there and I'm about halfway through now and it's just so great. I always have been so interested in pregnancy and birth and children, love kids, love babies, but I just think the actual process of birth and labour and pregnancy is just so interesting, and learning about it from a midwife's perspective and how exhausting and hard and horrible it can be is really interesting. I know I think most of my subscribers are American. I'm not too sure, but if you're not from the UK, we have the NHS, which is the National Health Service, which is free, but we also have not a great government, which means that the resources we have are getting pushed and pushed and pushed, and it's basically learning about all these women that are midwives that are working insane shifts with very little breaks, and they're trying to deliver babies and look after women who have just given birth, and it's just so interesting. I definitely recommend this book to anybody that's interested in birth or midwifery in general. I'm really enjoying it, and it's also Scottish, so I think it was in a hospital in Scotland. So that's my little reading update right now. I'm gonna have a bath. I sadly don't have any bath bombs right now to put in it, so it's just gonna be a bath full of water, which is fine with me, but I'm going to do that now.